You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Hello guys, welcome here to the Jello Cup Series. This is race number 11 here today from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Today we present to you the Coca-Cola 600. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Starting from the pole will be Dick Clark in the number 5. 2 is outside, will be the number 17 of Ali Liara, I believe. No, Kyler Anderson. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been recording. But anyway, we are ready to go here. It is our second double points event because it is our second marquee event on the schedule. So again, big stakes here today, as of course not just double points, but double the playoff points. So if you win, you just about solidify your spot into the Jello Cup Series playoffs for the final season. So that will be one to watch. And of course, we had an exciting knockout qualifying. We know though Michael Collins will be racing on his first Champions Provisional of the season. If you want to know how many you have, you got to go check the rule book, which is sort of what I want to talk about before we get going. So please do not skip if you are not watching the premiere, or if you are watching the premiere, please listen up. This is kind of once again that reminder. After today, the races ramp up for one. So you'll start seeing races, on Wednesday afternoons, Tuesday afternoons. You may see 2 races a week because we're trying to ramp it up to get through the summer months. So again, please be sure to stay tuned to this channel. Stay tuned to our Discord. That'll have all the updates in terms of what's coming your way, what's upcoming for the next handful of weeks. That also said, please do not skip or spoil these races, and by that I mean skipping to the end to see the results, or spoiling by writing in the comments section who won and all that. I am penalizing drivers. I've already penalized one, and you will see it reflected in the standings sooner or later. You won't see it this week because I can't edit that driver, but and again, I'm going to say this, it is a non-appealable penalty, okay? I think that's the biggest thing to state here. This is a non-appealable penalty, and if you get a second strike for skipping or spoiling or anything of that matter, you get suspended. And if you get suspended, you are no longer playoff eligible for at least the next 5 weeks or next 5 or so races, while I consider handing out a waiver. So please consider that as a serious warning. Again, I penalized a driver. I'm not going to say who for the sake of not calling him out, but if you want to know if it was you, feel free to DM me. I could tell you right now, or at least just ask and I will tell you, but I'm not going to call him out on a broadcast because I don't want to upset him or her. But again, this is just a friendly reminder. I gave you guys a warning at the beginning of the season. I'm not giving one again. This is just a fresh reminder, especially as we ramp up going into the summer months. We have a long race ahead, so I don't want to drone on this. Let's roll the intro. When we come back, the green flag from Charlotte in just a moment.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna wanna be great.
Here we go, 80 laps about to begin from the Charlotte Motor Speedway in just a moment. Again, a reminder, Michael Collins to the rear because he had to use the Champions Provisional, but he'll have, again, 80 laps to get to the front. This is a double points race. This could shake up a lot of things as we get going here. It'll be Dick Clark, Kyler Anderson. They'll lead us to the Geico restart zone. The Coca-Cola 600 is underway at Charlotte. Dick Clark will lead the opening lap. Here you saw Samet Ozkan up here trying to make moves. Keep in mind, Samet Ozkan is one of those part-timers. No part-timer has ever won a Jello Cup Series race. So it'll be fun to watch to see if Samet can be the first. Him trying to get single file. Kyler Anderson's right on the bumper of the 5. Here comes the 84 into this mix. Again, the longest race of the season here tonight from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. After today, we of course kick off our international tour. We'll begin it at Twin Ring Motegi in Japan on Wednesday afternoon. Then of course we'll go to Melbourne for the weekend and race in Australia before wrapping up the international tour in Canada at Edmonton. And they were door to door, the 1 and the 84. That was a close call. But again, that is our international tour coming up. Then we will go to Michigan and Pocono for races 15 and 16. So that's all upcoming here on the Jello Cup Series circuit. Our next double points race, of course, will be after the All-Star break. And that'll be at Indianapolis for race number 21. So these guys are going to look to capitalize here today. They know what's at stake. Again, a lot of these guys, a win could put them in the playoffs guaranteed if they stay in the top 30. For some of these guys, it could put them right back into the top 33. And for guys like Samet Ozkan, it's just a prestigious event. He's just looking to get a win. And of course, it could put Samet Ozkan into the All-Star race. Another thing that should be heavily considered in all this. Zach Fitzwater's back there. He's already a winner this season, but he's been on a downward slide the last few races as he looks to get back to some positive momentum, and a win could certainly do it. So Nick Hershey got around the 16. Again, Nick Hershey, another one of those guys just looking to get a win. Keep in mind, those guys, the only thing they care about is winning a prestigious event. And of course, they could also care about punching their ticket into the All-Star race at Bermuda, which will take place after race 20 at Nashville Super Speedway. Dick Clark expanding his lead. Nathan Ormond having his best run of the season to start off, running in that second spot as we completed lap number 9. Of course, this is not our only visit to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but this is our only visit to this configuration. When we come back in June, or I'm sorry, when we come back in the playoffs, we are in June, when we come back in the playoffs, we will be running on the Charlotte Roval. Here we go, Orman looking, can't get it. Go. We're through the first 10 laps. We got 70 to go. Grab yourself a drink. Nick Hershey, Samet Ozkan, they battle for fourth. And Hershey trying to help, trying to get up there to battle his RFK teammate. Now here goes Kyler Anderson for second. He's not going to get it. You saw this yesterday in the truck race. Once you kind of get on those long runs, it's very difficult to pass. I mean, you're seeing that really firsthand right now. It's so difficult to pass. If you do not get the spots in the early running, you're really going to have to rely on strategy to get those positions. Ozkan looking inside of the 17, not gonna go. Nick Hershey just lost a handful of positions. Now you see the battle for second. See them sort of spread out, but Dick Clark has led every lap thus far. Which is huge for him. Again, this is a double points race, as you saw Fitzwater get around the 84 of Samet Ozkan. Excuse me, allergies. Sorry, guys. That battle for second and the battle for fourth really heating up. Oh, the 17 just about ran him up the track. They're coming to pit road. Oh man, Zach Fitzwater with a power move. The caution's going to come out though. And Charles Sanford will be the one staying out to take the lead. But what a power move by Fitzwater entering the pits, and he is so lucky he did not smack that outside wall, or that pit wall, because that would have been detrimental to his race day. We'll see, is he going to cycle out to the lead after pulling that power move? No, I think they're holding him. The price you pay. And Fitzwater just paid a big price. We'll see what happened. If I had to guess, the 78 might have committed Jackie Smith. She might have just committed a little too late coming to pit road and didn't see the 31 coming. And those two just get together and go for a spin on... And unfortunately, both of them going to miss the pit lane and have to stay out that extra lap. Again, I imagine Fitzwater got a penalty, and that is why he was held on the pit lane. You see again those two trying to get to pit road. They just can't. Tough break for the 78 and the 31. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. Getting ready to go back racing, and Zach Fitzwater loses a lap over the pit entry. So I wonder if it was a penalty indeed for the number 16 team, and that's going to be a race killer. And same for the 91. Parker Smith, he's also a lap down. You see Brittany White, JJ Belt, Michael Collins all done for the day due to issues not related to this caution. Daniel Voil's slow, wondering if he's having an issue. But it's Trackhouse 1-2 right now. Charles Sanford, Nathan Ormond, Chad Bedford. They'll be the top three. Daniel Gittero in fourth. Jana Fogelman fifth. We got a lap traffic moment as we're back underway. There we go. They're going to want to jump the 21 quick. We saw again just how difficult it is to pass once you get into long green flag stretches. And that caution, a big break for the 99. Of course, the leaders did pit once again under the caution, so I'm wondering if they had issues on their stops or just wanted to be sure they were on the same strategy. But Charles Sanford, the beneficiary. Voil's coming off the pit lane. Here goes Bedford. Nothing doing. Charles Sanford trying desperately to get by that 21, just can't do it. So Trevor Collins will stay on the lead lap. Starting to go single file behind. Jana Fogelman looking inside, nothing doing. Scott Upton is also up here, the third place finisher from yesterday's truck race. Orman trying to make it difficult on the 26, can't do it. See the 21 get away. These guys, if they want the 21 to stay, get away from them, they're going to need a caution. Otherwise, they're all going to be racing in dirty air. There we go, 99's got to run. Not going to be able to do anything with it. Now we'll see if he can do something with it. Oh, he gets a good run through the middle of the corner. He might just have the 21 here. If he can put the 21 between him and Chad Bedford, that would be huge. And he's going to clear. But it looks like Bedford's going to follow. Charles Sanford in clean air now, trying to make something happen. And the 21 will clear. So now there's a lap car between Charles Sanford and second place. This is Sanford's chance. He can get away now. Ormond up to second, Jana Fogelman up to third. It looks like Bedford lost quite a few spots on that exchange there. And now it's a Trackhouse 1-2. You gotta imagine Justin Marks is smiling right now. This is really the best we've seen Trackhouse run all year, to be honest. I don't want to jinx it, but man, this is some of their best runs they've seen. Jana's up there too, challenging. I believe it was last year this race where Reggie Fogelman got hot. I think could Jana be the next one to get hot in this stretch? Here goes the 20. Speaking of that, now the 20 up to third. So Gittero says otherwise. And again, a long race still to go. Again, the longest race of the season. Normally we'd be in the final 20 laps or so. But not here, not today. See the 21 pitting, the 1's pitting. Now we're going to see some of that strategy play out. Of course, we should have 2 more cycles of stops to come. Now you'll see the 99 come to the pit lane. Maybe not. The 8 will come in, Scott Upton, among a few others. Is Charles Sanford maybe staying out, trying to push it and hope for a caution to lap some of these guys? Now here comes the 99, the 20, and others. Dick Clark back to the lead. And there's Zach Fitzwater. He's going to try to get around and get his lap back. And here they come. The 4 is on a different strategy, so don't worry about Daniel Voiles. Alexander Underwood is in. A winner already this season. There's the 99. Just saw the 21 get around. That was a lapped car at one point. And you see the strategy for Charles Sanford not going to pay off. He is going to lose multiple positions, and that should put Scott Upton in front of the field. And indeed it will. Scott Upton to the race lead here at Charlotte. Gina Fogelman, though, right behind, trying to make something happen. So now if I'm Charles Sanford, do I make this a short stint, try to take advantage of these fresh tires, and try to figure out a way to get back on cycle with these drivers, because I don't think you're going to beat them by trying to outlast them. Especially if we get a long green flag cycle, or if we get a caution. I'm sorry, if we get a caution, you're definitely not going to beat them. Here comes the 99 trying to make back those positions. Arkman now up to third. And keep an eye on Cameron Arkman. He is your 500 winner. And a win here today could really push his way into the playoffs. Man, the 10's up here now, and I think Annie Thomas is one of those lapped cars trying to get out of the way. And you gotta wonder, they're telling her, man, this is a Ford teammate, don't mess with them, or don't mess with her. You know, just let her go. Annie Thomas, runner-up at Darlington last race. Unfortunately, not going to be anywhere close to that this race. Speaking of which, of course, we know it's been a week and a half since we raced, but we hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. No, I did as well. Thanks to all those, again, who made the ultimate sacrifice to ensure our freedom and ensure we could do this here today. These YouTube series and all that. Here we go. Something's wrong with the 21. Upton goes high. Oh, a car on the apron. And I'm shocked we don't have a caution out right now. That was the 34 of Alexander Underwood. Underwood blows up. And again, no caution. That is remarkable, to say the least. Then we don't have a caution. Charles Sanford up to third. He's fighting and clawing his way back forward. But even if he gets by the 12, he's going to have two Fords ahead of him that probably will not play nice. And again, you know, normally guys like this, they see double points and they'll be like, hell, we'll take a good points day. Some of these guys know, though, this is their chance. This is their big chance to make the playoffs. We've had 10 different winners through 10 races so far. And you know damn well, based on how we've started out, we will have 16 different winners. You need to be able to stand out from the rest. And this win, or the Daytona 500, or the Brickyard 400, or frankly, even the Southern 500, are those races that can help you stand out from the rest. Sanford is second. But the two Fords in front might make this difficult. We got 30 to go. Sanford has to chase down Scott Upton, who is a former champ of the Jello Cup Series. I believe he's your season 6 champion. And again, this win could put him into the Jello Cup Series playoffs safely if he stays in the top 30. Here comes the 10 mounting a run. That's Annie Thomas. Oh, Sanford's going to go low. Thought he'd go high on the 21. I think he thought better of it. Again, these two leaders want to try to battle this out and not allow that 12 back into it. But you could tell the 10 and the 21 have different plans. They want to get Jana Fogelman back in this battle. And Sanford to the outside of the 21. Now he's just got one Ford to worry about before getting to the race leader. Here we go. He's going to try to make this look effortless. Still there, not going to happen. Man, this battle is heating up. You saw Trevor Collins come to the pit lane. That means we are laps away from our next cycle of stops. Charles Sanford has made back all the ground just about that he lost, minus the lead. Jana Fogelman is in. That's now going to put the pressure on these guys. 3 wide, 2 of them battling for the lead. And Sanford going to back out. And they'll let Annie Thomas go. And I know it's not what you're thinking here, but or I know you're thinking, man, that might not be smart. And you see there, Scott Upton's going to pit. He doesn't want to deal with the traffic right now. Charles Sanford, on the other hand, sticking to his strategy of outpacing. And again, with this strategy, you're either hoping that they have to make one more stop, or you're hoping for a caution in this type of situation where you put all those guys a lap down and hope that, you know, you can hang on from here on out. Sanford's in. Aaron Jeter, he runs in second. Now he's in. So will Dick Clark. There's the 8, there's the 21. Where is the 12? There's the 12. It's going to be how quick can Scott Upton get up to speed to keep those guys behind. And now Dylan Ibrahimian into this battle. There's Charles Sanford, and once again, he's going to lose a handful of spots. But again, that's the price you pay, staying out longer. And Scott Upton to the race lead once again. No, he's second. Daniel Voiles is now the race leader. And mind you, Daniel Voiles is going to have to make a stop soon as well. And here he comes. Nick Hershey to the lead. Here comes the 43, Dylan Ibrahimian. He wants it. This is the biggest battle we've seen for the lead all day. And mind you, in Nick Hershey's case, the 91 is blown up. He's on the inside. Caution is out. We're racing back to the line. And just like that, the caution that Charles Sanford wanted came just too late, and it's at the expense of his teammate, Parker Smith, whose day comes to an end. Let's go see what happened. 600 miles is difficult, and Parker Smith's day comes to an end here. And you see, just kind of blows up. It looks like coming off the pit lane he blew up. And unlike Underwood, they threw a caution for this one. Of course, I'm sure Sanford and others wondering why that caution wasn't out for Alex Underwood blowing up, but there's one for this one. Race control might have a little bit of explanations to give, but tough break for Parker Smith in one of those one-off rides, or part-time rides. His day comes to an end. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. Here we go. We'll have 16 laps to go in the Coca-Cola 600. Dylan Ibrahimian, Charles Sanford, Chad Bedford, Ali Liara now up to 4th. Then you got Daniel Gittero in 5th, Pretty Shaw in 6th, Cam Arkman 7th, Jana Fogelman in 8th, Nick Hershey in 9th, Scott Upton rounds out your top 10. Pace car will peel off. We'll have 2 lapped cars, both of them from the Stewart-Haas stable, leading us to the green, as we'll have another lap traffic moment on this restart. We're back underway. Ibrahimian wanting to waste no time. Charles Sanford gonna follow. He's gonna want to stay glued to that 43 if he wants any shot at this. 3 wide, 2 battling for second. Chad Bedford looks to have the second spot wrapped up. 15 to go here at Charlotte. Annie Thomas now around the second place car. Dylan Ibrahimian is gone. For Dylan Ibrahimian, this could be the biggest win of his career. He has struggled in the Jello Cup Series in the past. A win today could put him into the Jello Cup Series playoffs without dispute. Of course, that remains if he can stay in the top 30 in the Jello Cup Series points. Here we go, the 10 and the 4. Making it difficult on Dylan Ibrahimian. That's going to bring Bedford back into this. We're going to have 11 to go at the line. And Ibrahimian's around both the lap of the Stewart-Haas cars. Now we got 10 to go. Can Dylan Ibrahimian hang on? Bedford's around the 10. How quickly can he get by the 4? That's going to determine quite a bit. The clock is ticking. Now Bedford looking for any clean air, any run he can get. Gets a good one off of 2. Voiles getting a good run. Looks inside of the 43. Here's the 26. Here we go. He's gonna have to stick it in if you stick it in tight. Oh my gosh, I can't say that. But he'll get around the 4. Now we're gonna have a battle for the lead. Scott Upton up to 3rd. But he's gonna have to make tremendous gains if he wants to catch the 2 leading. Four looking inside the 26, tried to block. Couldn't do it. 3 wide for the lead. 2 of them battling for it. And Bedford to the lead. Chad Bedford now leads at Charlotte. Parker Jones Jr. won earlier this season to give Honda their first victory. Chad Bedford now looking to become the 2nd driver to win in the Honda stable and put that Andretti Autosport team into the playoffs for the first time ever. Bedford trying to get around Daniel Voiles. He doesn't have to rush to do it. He's got no pressure for position behind. Come to the out of turn 4, 4 to go here at Charlotte. Can Chad Bedford hang on for the first and biggest career in his first and biggest win of his career? Voiles looks low. And Bedford's gonna go high. How's that gonna impact things? 3 to go at Charlotte. He's gonna have to shut the door. He'll do so. Here comes the 8. Here comes the 60. Now it's gonna get dicey. Scott Upton led early. He had a strong car. Can he get up there and battle? Voiles pits. What does this mean for the leaders? He only pitted a few laps before them. 2 to go at Charlotte. Do these guys have enough fuel now is going to be the biggest question. Bedford's just got to maintain that gap and hope for no caution before he takes the white flag. White flag is out. It's going to be 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. Chad Bedford will look to become the 11th different winner in the Jello Cup Series this season. He's had a remarkable run. He had to battle to get his way into the top 33. He's been close on the borderline of falling out a few times this season, and he's going to get his first win of the year. Chad Bedford wins at Charlotte. Congratulations to the Andretti Autosport team, the biggest win they've gotten thus far, and this win could put them for the first time into the Jello Cup Series playoffs. So congratulations to Chad. We want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and your standings. We'll be back on Wednesday. Yes, short week. We'll be back Wednesday at the Twin Ring Motegi. Until then, goodbye everyone.